Hi, guys, and welcome to the last form of graphing quadratics. Yes, you're right, it's the vertex form. You are going to need to take notes on the vertex form on paper, and you're going to have to answer the questions on the Edpuzzle. Well, you're right. This equation gives us the vertex form, and that's the vertex, and that's why it's awesome. We love it for that reason. Well, let's go ahead and look at that. The vertex form. The vertex form is in f of x because it's a function, or you can write y equals a, same a as we've seen before, times the quantity of x minus h squared plus k. Well, this is very cool because we are given the vertex inside the form. It's h comma k. Notice that h, you're going to have to take the opposite because of that negative, and k is just that number. We are also given some other really good information that we are pretty familiar with by now. We're given the a. We know if a is greater than 0, it opens up. We know if a is less than 0, it opens down. Cool. Well, let's explore this formula just a little bit in our new form. So we're given this example. We know right away that our vertex is positive 3, positive 2. So I'm going to go to 3, 2 and put a point. We know because this is our vertex that we have an axis of symmetry at x equals 3. That's amazing. We also know that our a value is equal to -1. So it's going to open down, meaning that that's our maximum point. Okay, so that's a lot of really good stuff. Now what we need to find are some other points. If in doubt, create a table. We have the point 3, 2. Let's see what happens when x is 2. So when x is 2, we are going to substitute f of 2 equals negative times the quantity of 2 minus 3 squared plus 2. Let's see what I just did. I said, hey, x is going to equal 2, so I substituted a 2 every time I saw an x. So f of 2 equals negative 3 minus 1 is negative 1 squared plus 2. F of 2 is equal to negative 1 squared is 1, but we need to bring down the negative, so it's negative 1 plus 2. F of 2 is 1. So 2, 1. Whoa, if we know that, we also know we have 4, 1. Sweet. That's some really good information. Let's look for the y-intercept. The y-intercept, we always know x is 0. So when x is 0, let's see what y is. So f of 0 equals negative 0 minus 3 squared plus 2. Negative 0 minus 3 is negative 3 squared plus 2. Negative 3 squared is positive 9, but we need that negative. Oh, we get negative 7. So we have 0, negative 7. Right there. And then, of course, if that's 3 away, it's going to be 3 away here. Graph it out. Try to make your U very nice and pretty. Nice. And we have done graphing. Don't worry about your x-intercepts. This is the basics of using your vertex form. Nice. As always, you're going to need to write these notes down. If you need to pause it, go ahead and hit pause. Example 2. Well, first thing we do is we identify our vertex. Vertex. Our vertex is at, remember, it's the opposite, negative 1 minus 3. So negative 1, negative 3. Oh, interesting. Oh, look at that. Our a value is positive 2. So that means it opens up. That means this is going to be a minimum point. Minimum point. Oh, what else do we know? Oh, we know our axis of symmetry is that x equals -1. X equals -1. Sweet. So let's find some more points. We have our x and y. The first point we know on a graph is -1, -3. Ooh, let's go find our y-intercept right away at 0. So f of 0 equals 2 times 0 plus 1 squared minus 3. 2 times 1 squared minus 3. 2 times 1. 2 minus 3 is -1. So we have f of 0 equals -1. -1. All right. Using that axis of symmetry, I drew my other point. That's at -2, 1, -1. And we're going to leave it like that for right now. Remember, this is just the basics of graphing vertex form. Again, you're going to need to copy this down. This is your notes. And if you need to hit pause, hit pause. Our last example, we're given a graph. Find the best equation. Let's look for a vertex. Oh, I found it. Vertex. Our vertex is at the point x is 2, y is 1. So we have a vertex. Don't forget, when we deal with vertex, we deal with h and k. So this is our h and this is our k. That's pretty cool. So let's substitute it into our equation. Y equals a times the quantity, x minus h squared plus k. So here we go. Y equals a times x minus whatever our h is. Our h is 2. Okay. Squared plus k is 1. Oh, that's nice. That makes sense. That's our vertex. Looks like that. All right, now we're going to identify another point. Another point on a graph that's really nice and simple is the point x is 1, 3. We see the point 1, 3. All right, if x is 1 and y is 3, let's plug that into our formula to solve. You guys have already done this with the standard form and also our factored form. So plug in y is 3 into our equation equals a we need to find out. X is 1 minus 2 squared plus 1. All right, so we substituted our point right here. Now we're going to solve for a. So we get 3 equals a times -1 squared plus 1. 3 equals, well, -1 squared is 1. So 1a plus 1. I'm going to solve for a. I get a equals 2. So our equation is y equals 2 times the quantity, x minus 2 squared plus 1. Sweet. Your homework tonight will be on delta math. Don't forget that you need to copy this down. If you need to hit pause, go ahead and hit pause. Hope you guys have a great night. Let me know if you have any questions. Thank you.